The small cafe at the edge of the Andromeda trading station hummed with the usual afternoon crowd, a mixture of species from across the galaxy, all seeking refuge from the chaos of interstellar commerce. Kevin sat in his usual corner booth, nursing a cup of what the menu optimistically called Earth-style coffee. When he heard the soft chime of the entrance bell, he looked up and froze. A young dragon girl stood in the doorway, her iridescent scales catching the artificial sunlight that streamed through the viewport. She couldn't have been more than 12 in human years, though Kevin had learned long ago that guessing ages across species was a fool's errand. Her wings were folded tightly against her back, and in her clawed hands, she cradled something wrapped in a worn cloth. The cafe fell silent. Dragons were rare this far from the Draconis systems, and seeing one so young, alone, was unprecedented. Mia's golden eyes scanned the room until they locked onto Kevin. Without hesitation, she walked directly to his table, her tail swishing nervously behind her. "You are Kevin?" she asked, her voice small but determined. "The human who fixes things." Kevin blinked. Yes, I'm an engineer. But, then you must help me." Mia carefully unwrapped the cloth, revealing what appeared to be a small mechanical dragon, no larger than a house cat. Its metallic scales were dulled with age, and one of its wings hung at an odd angle. "Papa made this for me, before he joined the stars." Kevin's throat tightened. He reached out slowly, and Mia placed the robot in his hands. It was heavier than he expected, crafted with an artistry that took his breath away. Every scale had been individually shaped, every joint precision engineered. This wasn't just a toy, this was a masterpiece. "What happened to it?" Kevin asked gently. "It stopped moving 3 cycles ago." Mia's eyes glistened with unshed tears. "Papa said it would always protect me, always keep me company. But now it's broken, and Papa ain't here to fix it." Around the cafe, Kevin noticed other patrons had turned away, resuming their conversations. In galactic society, human engineers were often seen as adequate for basic repairs, but hardly masters of anything. The dragon craftsmanship before him represented technology that most species considered beyond human capability. Kevin examined the robot more closely, noting the unusual power coupling at its chest. "Mia, I have to be honest with you. This is dragon technology. It's incredible work beyond anything I've seen. I'm not sure I can, please." Mia's voice cracked. Everyone else said the same. They said only dragonsmiths could fix Papa's work. But there are no dragonsmiths here. "You're my last hope." Kevin looked into those golden eyes and saw the same desperation he'd once felt as a child when his own father's watch had stopped ticking. That watch had been his connection to a man he'd lost too soon. "Okay," he said softly. "I'll try, but I'll need some time." Mia's face lit up with hope. "Thank you, Mr. Human. Thank you." For the next 3 days, Kevin barely slept. He took the robot dragon back to his workshop, a cramped space filled with spare parts and half-finished projects. At first glance, the robot's internal mechanisms seemed impossibly complex, a maze of quantum processors and crystalline power matrices that operated on principles he'd never studied. But Kevin had always believed that at their core, all machines spoke the same language. It was a matter of patience, observation, and respect for the craftsman's intent. He started by mapping every connection, every circuit. He noticed how the dragonsmith had integrated organic design principles into mechanical form, the way energy flowed like blood through veins, how the neural network mimicked actual dragon brain patterns. It was beautiful, humbling. On the second day, he found the problem, a microscopic fracture in the primary power crystal, likely caused by age and thermal cycling. The crystal itself was a marvel, a lattice of exotic matter that could store energy for centuries. But the fracture had created a cascade failure that shut down the entire system. No human technology could repair such a crystal. But Kevin realized he didn't need to repair it, he needed to work around it. He spent the entire 3rd day fabricating a bridge circuit, using principles of human engineering to compensate for the damaged crystal. It was crude compared to the dragonsmith's work, but it was honest, functional. He integrated human power regulation technology with dragon quantum processing, creating a hybrid system that honored both traditions. When Mia returned to the cafe on the fourth day, Kevin was waiting with the robot dragon on the table before him. I couldn't fix it the way your father would have, Kevin admitted, but I think I found another way. He activated the power sequence dot for a heartbeat. Nothing happened. Then the robot's eyes flickered to life with a soft blue glow. Its wings stretched, the damaged one moving smoothly thanks to Kevin's recalibrated servos. The mechanical dragon lifted its head and released a tiny chirpa sound of pure joy. Mia gasped, tears streaming down her scaled cheeks. The robot dragon immediately flew to her, nuzzling against her face with clearly remembered affection. How? She whispered. Everyone said it was impossible. Kevin smiled. Your father built something amazing, Mia. All I did was give it a little human stubbornness to keep it going. Around the cafe, conversations had stopped again. A Centauri merchant stared with wide eyes. A Voidwalker engineer approached the table, examining the robot with newfound respect. You bridged a fractured dragon crystal with human tech. The Voidwalker breathed. That's not supposed to work. Humans have a saying, Kevin replied, watching Mia play with her restored companion. Where there's a will, there's a way. We might not have your advanced technology or natural abilities, but we're pretty good at making things work anyway. Mia turned to Kevin, the robot dragon perched on her shoulder. Papa was right, she said. He told me that if his gift ever broke, I should find a human. He said humans fix things differently, not with perfection, but with heart. Kevin felt something catch in his throat. Your father sounds like he was a wise dragon. He visited Earth once, Mia said softly. A long time ago. He said he learned more from watching human engineers solve impossible problems than from a lifetime among the stars. She bowed her head, a gesture of deep respect in dragon culture. Thank you, Kevin. You've given me back my papa's last gift. As Mia left the cafe, the robot dragon chirping happily on her shoulder, Kevin noticed the changed atmosphere. The other patrons looked at him differently now, not with dismissal, but with curiosity. Respect. The Voidwalker engineer sat down across from him. I have a proposition for you, human. I have something that needs fixing. Kevin smiled. Maybe humanity's greatest strength wasn't in building the most advanced technology or the most powerful weapons. Maybe it was simpler than that. Maybe it was just refusing to give up on things worth saving.